Also, would I like copy this and put this in the chat as the mod?
You can see me? Oh.
Just avatar.
We're waiting for James to come back before I hit the intro.
But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
We will not go quietly into the night.
It is your killer instinct which must be harnessed if you expect to survive in combat.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Remember this day, man, or it will be yours for all time.
What keeps you awake at night?
Nothing. I keep other people awake at night.
TS20170 checking in. Valken Debrief, episode number 0056, broadcasting 5x5 from Colorado Mountain Base.
You're a nerd.
You're a nerd. I don't know if they can hear us. Nerd.
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 Mine's cooler.
Yours is not cooler. Oh my goodness. It is. I know it's Thursday night. I know it's. It is Thursday night. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we're having a little fun here in Colorado Mountain Base. I don't know, what planet are you from?
Missouri.
Missouri. Oh, thanks for joining the biggest budget airsoft live show. We are here for all of you watching. We got a lot of folks hopping in tonight. We got Zeb, Javier Franco, Austin Collings, watching from a bowling alley Wi-Fi. That's what I'm talking about. We got Jerry Touchstone representing the Bonnie Blue Raiders out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And Zeb Zengel, he's right here in Colorado, Old Fart Airsoft.
That's original.
Yeah, and he's like in his low 20s. I know, right? All right.
Everybody's got a gimmick these days.
Andrew says, my Schwartz is bigger than yours. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. So we got Paco in the house. So please share the show, hit that share button, tag your friends. If we get up to 50 live viewers, we're going to be giving away a set of Valken Kilo gloves. Let's see, who am I going to tag? I'll tag Woodcock. Let's see, who else am I going to tag here? Oh, I'll tag Mr. Kaiju. Who are you tagging over there?
I don't know.
Tag somebody.
I'm trying to wake up our worthless mod.
The AI?
Yeah.
Is
not working tonight.
Is the AI not waking up?
Mm-mm.
What is going on? What is going on? Let's see who else is in here. Oh, we gotta get Phil in here, who skipped out on work today. Shame on Phil. Shame on Phil. So tag your friends just like that. It's easy. What up, Deadpool? And we also have the tradition here for overachiever of the night for the first poster of the evening.
Goes to Javier Franco.
Javier Franco, that is correct. He was the first one in here.
Mm-hmm.
He has been a long time viewer of the show. It's awesome to have him in here, and he blows up the hammer comment chat quite a bit. He does. And speaking of the hammer comment, if you were awarded the hammer comment of the night, that means you have to comment in the chat.
You have to comment in the chat. It has to be savage.
Savage, yes.
And almost gets you banned, but not quite.
You gotta walk right up to that line. Walk right up to that line, and when we do see the hammer comment of the night, this little guy will flash up on your screen. Holly, you want to go ahead and hit that?
You can't say that on TV, bro.
That's right.
Who's that guy?
You can't say that on television. And if you hadn't noticed, we got a new budget, bigger budget. We got some more monies. We have a bigger set.
No, we got 2 backdrops now.
I know, this is nice.
And another light.
I know, so to shine off of Darth Valken's forehead.
I could say.
And speaking of which, I am the Kaiju, the Supreme Commander of the Valken Alliance, and to my right, your left, awesome co-host and Sith Lord of all of Airsoft, Darth Valken. And his beard's growing back in. His beard is growing back in. And if you guys want to support the show, not only share the show, but also, pick up a t-shirt. All you have to do is head on over to ValkenAlliance.com, click on the shop, and you can pick up one of these, either the black Join the Alliance or the heather gray, as seen on the Valken Debrief. All proceeds go right back into the show. So we appreciate any and all t-shirts. But again, you could win one for free with a hammer comment of the night.
Or you hit 50 viewers.
Well, 50 viewers, they get gloves.
Gloves.
And next week, we're going to do something special for 100 viewers next week when I'm on the road. We'll tell them at the end of the show. So.
Yeah. Tonight's production crew is Holly in Control Room B. And welcome Morgan. Avery found a new job as a... I don't know. I don't really follow up with interns after they leave.
Oh, true enough.
Please give it up for the best AI mod in the industry. Actually, it's on the fritz, so it's not the best mod in the industry. Apparently,
I think
the server's having some connection issues, so
it's a little distracted.
Very distracted. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Valken Alliance.
Yes, the Valken Alliance. Where can they go to sign up?
You can always go to ValkenAlliance.com and click on that Join the Alliance button there. Hopefully Holly can...
Yep, she's got it rolling.
So
Yep.
hopefully the mod has got the link coming up in the chat.
And after you sign up, be sure to head on over to back over to Facebook, put Valken Alliance in the search bar and look for your region. Join the group. It's how you can...
You can't say it on TV, bro.
Connect with what?
Sorry, the hammer comment was going off again. It must be the chat must be going crazy. Connect with other local players in your region. Share events. Hook up with other players. It is easy as that. So, Josh, who we got joining us in the chat so far?
We got Zeb Zengel.
That's old fart airsoft.
Mike Machado.
Mike Machado.
Fellow 501ster.
Fellow commander.
We've got Philip Walters. Can't show up to work, but he can tune in. Good on you.
That's right.
Luis Pantio. Craig Bryan is bored. Yeah, we love you. Screw you too. Javier Franco.
Kevin. Oh, Kevin Pierre says that red jacket is on fire. That's pretty dope. Who? Javier Franco. Oh man. Starting us off early someone is rocking the Thriller look tonight.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
Alex Francisco just joined, also followed by Twig Humphrey.
Tim Green says, "Who's been listening to way too much Alien Ant Farm?" Okay, you guys aren't getting it. He's Star-Lord. Who?
Who?
The Guardians sell them. Justin wants to know Kaiju's favorite board game. Battlestar Galactica. Board game.
Nerd.
Yes, it's awesome. So, share the show. Get more folks in here. We're up to about 20 viewers. We need to get more in here. Yeah, see Deadpool. Look, Peter Quill. Deadpool gets it.
Deadpool gets it. Hey, Joe from Valken is in here? Man. Take a look at that. Twig. Definitely looks like Star-Lord. That's right. No, he's not. Oh, man, he's just dropping names.
Oh, yeah, he is. So, we're going to take a quick, short commercial break. Share the show. Tag your friends. Get them in here. We're going to have a fun show tonight. Check it out.
Hi, this is Virgil from Historic Blast Camp Paintball and Airsoft, and you're watching the Valken Debrief.
And welcome back to episode number 56. We got some more folks in here. If you're just joining us tonight, we are going to be talking about a little costuming in Airsoft. It's not quite October yet, so we're not quite giving our "Don't take your airsoft guns out trick-or-treating" PSA yet. No PSA yet. But we do have some special guests in the house tonight. Please welcome local Colorado native James, aka Curses Holmyard, and Trey, aka Helljumper Sweeney. What's up, guys? Can you guys hear us?
Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Take off the mute button.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go. James keeps messing around with his camera, and he doesn't realize he's live.
Oh, I realize.
Can we hear James, Holly? James,
can you hear me? 1, 2, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we're getting you good. What about you, Trey?
Yeah, I can hear you guys good.
All right. You guys seem too shy.
No, I don't care.
So
definitely not. Fine.
So, we'll be right back with these guests in a bit. We'll let them get more prettied up in the green room with hair and makeup, and allow them more time to share this broadcast. But before we bring them back, we got events coming up, which are brought to you tonight by American Paintball Coliseum, which has now 3 locations in Colorado. And
3?
Yep, 2 in Denver, indoor and outdoor.
Okay.
And an indoor in Colorado Springs, right here. And they have a field in Phoenix, Arizona. So be sure to check that out. And without further ado, we have events.
All right.
Okay. First up, we have Operation Narcos, September 15th in the Pacific region. And that will be a Lion Claws event. And that will be at the Santa Movie Ranch in Acton, California. Moving on, we have Operation X5, Enemy at the Gates, September 22nd through the 23rd. That will be in the Northeast region. This is also a Lion Claws event. This will be at Fort Monmouth.
I'll be there.
New Jersey.
Yep.
And the Kaiju will be on site. So, let's see. Anyone who signs up for the Valken Alliance after you purchase your ticket for Operation X5 can get a $20 rebate.
Have until tomorrow.
Have until tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow's the last day.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Last chance to enter. Holly, teleprompter's broken.
No, there you go.
It jumped too far.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Like, you keep saying how, what a budget we've got on this show, and everything's breaking.
Well, that's technology. What can you say, right?
Okay, yeah. So tomorrow is your last day to get your rebate. $20 is $20, but you have to email Kaiju after you sign up for the event to get your rebate. Moving on, Killing Fields 5, Death of a Giant. This is September 28th through 29th in the Southern region. This is presented by the Texas Milsim Association, and it will be hosted at 878 Airsoft in Waxahachie, Texas.
You know what? I'm going to tag Chad and Brian right now. Get them in the chat. Chad Holtz and Brian Holt.
Oh Holtz and Holt. That's it. That's interesting.
I know, right?
And don't they have their own live show here?
They do on Wednesday nights.
On Wednesday nights.
Go check them out.
Yeah, go check it out. Next up is Operation Viper Strike on September 29th in the Appalachian region, hosted by Southern Militia Airsoft at Chickens Tactical in Newland, North Carolina. And that region, hopefully there'll be a field left.
Yes. Well,
with the hurricanes coming, I know that there was a special event being put on by Ballahack, and they had to cancel, like completely shut everything down, all the vehicle rentals, everything, because evacuation was issued for that area. So, encouraging everybody to be safe, be smart on the East Coast. That doesn't look like fun. I heard that the hurricane's picking up sharks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, picking right up out of the Pacific. It's amazing.
You heard it first here.
Heard it first.
We bring you all the good news.
Fact is stranger than fiction, because Sharknado did it first. Fake news. I know. I know. It's fun though. It's fun. Hey, if CNN can do fake news, so can I.
I'm actually from Fayetteville, from North Carolina, and I actually texted my dad to ask him about it, and he said, "I'm a Green Beret. I don't care."
But that's got to be like a little scary for like you and like the rest of your family. That's got to be unnerving.
That's a little bit, but I mean, my dad's one of those people where they're taking it out of proportions. What he's saying it's going to be a little bit of rain and some wind, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to live in Fredericksburg. Same thing, news would amp it all up. Obviously, in the southeastern region there in Florida, it always gets the worst. But yeah, I hear you. But next up is Heist Charity Op 2018, September 30th in the Appalachian region. This is at Robin Hood Paintball and the East Coast Airsoft event at Robin Hood Paintball in Javier de Grace, Maryland. Next up is Oscar Mike 2018, October 5th through the 7th in the southern region. This is hosted by Centurion Milsim. Excuse me. And Bubba Moore.
And I think Javier Franco, one of our viewers, has something to do. He's going.
He's going? Javier's going? Oh, that's where all the cool kids are going.
That's where all the cool kids are going.
And that'll be in Blakely, Georgia. Next up, we have Midwest Airsoft Youth League 1-year event, ages 10 through 18. And this is October 6th in the Midwest region at Center Mass Airsoft. in
that's going to be a good one.
Kansas City, Kansas. Have you been to Cinemaster Airsoft?
Yeah, so I live in Nebraska, so it's about a 3-hour drive for me, but it's one of the fields that's more local to my area. So I head out there a couple times, whenever I get a chance to. I'm actually a part of the youth league staff, Midwest Airsoft Youth League. We throw like the hero camps and stuff.
Okay.
So this event is actually going to be kind of like so instead of, I was the commander for the last event we had, but this event, our youth are like the kids are actually going to be the commanders, and we're going to have like 2 adults, Dalton Hawk and I think Sawyer Zook. They're going to be the XOs. So we're pretty much this game is going to be the kids are going to be leading, and we're going to be just pretty much sitting back, letting the kids do it, and we just kind of coach them.
Awesome.
It's going to be a good one. Oh yeah.
Well, you were going to get a commercial bumper, but you already took care of everything. So
yeah, because you just started talking.
You just started everything. That was awesome. No,
can't help it, man. I'm very passionate about the youth league. It's one of the things that I love about airsoft.
That's awesome. Next up is the Fulda Gap Airsoft scenario. October 12th to the 14th in the Appalachian region at Command Decisions Warfare Center in Taylorsville, North Carolina.
Bobby Wolves is watching.
Oh my gosh, Bobby Wolves!
We miss Bobby.
You'll be at that one again as well, won't you?
Yes, I will be at Fulda Gap.
So yeah, he'll be in you'll be at OpEx, and then come back for a quick little break, catch your breath, back out to the East Coast.
If it's still there.
If it's still there, hopefully.
Yeah.
Things happen. Babylon, smitten, wiped off the map, that can happen.
Yeah.
Autumn's Trimmer, October 13th to the 14th in the Midwest region. This is an Airsoft Republic event at the Asylum in Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin.
Yes, and we are a sponsor. We're going to be actually doing something really cool. So normally their reload rules are reloading in the fob only.
Okay, nobody ever follows that.
Right, but Valken is actually donating ammo caches of BBs and loaders.
Accelerate BBs?
Yes, that'll be dropped onto the field, and whoever takes over those ammo caches gets BBs and loaders.
Awesome. Unless you refuse to use Valken ammo, therefore it's your loss.
Yeah, but it's free ammo.
Come on, when it's free ammo and you're not allowed to reload, that's Taiwan. But
it's Taiwanese BBs.
Most people stand up to their convictions against that.
I know.
All right. And next up, after Autumn's Trimmer, is Airsoft Con 2018, October 20th, Pacific Region, Evike, Alhambra, California. It's going to be amazing. It's the biggest. It's like, I know that there's a lot of Airsoft cons that kind of happen. There's on the East Coast we have like Extreme Airsoft, we have SS Airsoft, their anniversary events. But Evike brings all the manufacturers to one place. It's huge. Like, what was there, like 4,000?
Yeah, there was 4,000.
4,000 people last year.
And you and I are both going to that.
So. We will be there.
Yes, and we're going to have, if you are in the Pacific region and heading over to Airsoft Con, we are going to have sign-ups for the Alliance.
We're going to have special prizes, sign up for the Alliance. You'll be able to talk to either of us. We'll be doing special broadcasts.
Yep, you could be a guest live
on
the show.
And you get to meet one of our newest Airsoft member of the Valken family. So
yep, that's right.
So we'll have a new face and a new Valken employee that we're very excited to introduce you all to.
Yes, we are.
It's kind of like, it's going to kind of be like a gauntlet for him, because we're hard asses like that.
Yes.
And finally, we have Operation Devil Dog Against All Odds, November 2nd to the 4th in the Pacific region. This is a Lion Claws event at Camp Pendleton, California, and that does it for events for the Valken Debrief.
Yes, James.
How do we get our events on the Valken Debrief? It's really easy.
It is. You must create a Valken event, or I'm sorry, not a Valken event. You must create a Facebook event page.
So basically, you fill in, when, where, invite all your peeps. Post pictures. You can have like a little pin drop on the location. It's really cool, really easy. It holds your hand. and then we'll share that.
Yep. And we'll share it. We'll share it across all our networks. So, a couple of weeks ago, I just got back from American Paintball Coliseum's annual event. They're bringing us Battle of Chernobyl 5th year.
I went to like 1 or 2 or something.
Yeah. So, this is first look of the event video coming to you first because you Alliance members, this is that good
you guys
content
get to see
you pay
it.
for.
Always get to see it here first.
Because it doesn't go live on FaceTube, MySpace, FaceTube, YouTube until after this show. Yeah. So you guys are going to see it first. Check it out. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ryan from Airsoft C3, and you are watching the Valken Debrief.
My lord. Welcome back.
It's not easy being the Dark Lord of Airsoft.
No, it's not.
It's not.
And you do it you wear it very well. You do. You wear it very well. Yes, master. So welcome back to episode number 56. We're going to be talking about costuming and airsoft tonight with our special guests.
I can breathe.
Yes, you can breathe. And so get your questions ready. We got a lot more folks joining in here. We got Leo from Battleborn, Megan Spears.
I see Justin Bateman adding photos to his Instagram, but not tuning into our show. I thought he was a good friend of yours.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah, I got Facebook notification that he's adding pictures to Instagram and not watching this show.
Oh my goodness, he's not. Okay.
Fail, angry Canadian. Fail.
We also got Jock Moon. Hey, I miss your face too. How's Virus doing? How is Alex? We got Ethan Duffel in here. He's asking Tim Green, hey, why'd you tag me? Brian Holt is still doing disaster relief, so he's super busy. So keep sharing. Twig saying Accelerate BBs are actually pretty good. I think Twig got some last week, if I'm not mistaken. So, Holly, are our guests ready to come back in? They are? All right. Well, let's bring them back in. Here we go. What up, guys?
Woodcock,
What
I don't
up?
care if he's...
How's it going?
Obviously, he's moving to Florida.
He's
coming to the land of opportunity, but he's still posting pictures on Instagram and not watching the top show in Airsoft.
Greg Anderson is on.
Greg Anderson?
Greg Anderson.
Who?
I know, right?
I'm just kidding.
So, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank
Got
you.
work, so
Thank
nice and
you.
sweaty.
Thank you for joining us. So, as the chat is getting warmed up with their questions, let's start off with what are some of those early impressionist kits in Airsoft that you guys remember back in the day?
That I remember or that I did?
Either.
Because I remember, was it PRU, Josh? Is that right?
Yes.
The zombie killing team you set up with the gas mask? That was a pretty good impression.
Yeah,
was it white with the blood
response unit? Yeah.
all over yourself?
Mm-hmm. That was way back.
Kicked off my love for gas masks.
Mm-hmm.
But
this was looking
and then
for like an alternative to protecting my teeth, and I was in construction at the time, so grabbed a paint respirator out of the toolbox.
You mean you grabbed a paint respirator before Division came out?
I had pictures to prove it.
what was that, like 12 years ago?
Yeah, no, it's 11, 12 years ago.
Did you have a beard back then?
Not really. No.
Not really.
On and off.
Yeah, he tried, but
what are some
personally,
other ones you guys remember?
Personally, I did a KGB loadout that was kind of fun. That was like, it was terrible, but at the time I loved it. You know,
it was like
everything had to be
it was the first time you got your suit.
Yeah.
With your little skinny red tie. Hey.
Oh yeah.
But like the suit worked. You made it work. It was even the correct size.
Yeah. Found it at Goodwill.
Earliest one for me was Call of Duty. Of course, everyone was playing Call of Duty back then. So when Modern Warfare came out, everyone wanted to be like Ghost and all super fancy with stuff, you know.
Oh yes, I remember. My call sign used to be Ghost, and that game completely ruined it for me. I had that from paintball. Oh no, EA, damn you.
Damn you, EA Sports.
Damn you, EA.
I remember first doing a SWAT, which was all black, and then it was easy to transition to the Umbrella Corporation because then it was just, the patch, gas mask. Did you ever do Umbrella? Resident Evil?
No, I wore Umbrella patches, but never like. I don't know. James, did I ever do like a Chris Redfield or?
I thought you did. I thought you did Chris Redfield for like one of our hero villain game or something, or I thought you did it at some point.
Yeah, I think.
But I don't remember being bad guy Umbrella, but.
Yeah, I did Chris Redfield or what, the other guy, Leon, the guy who wore the.
Leon.
Yeah. I did that once, a long time ago, but I never did the whole bad guy thing.
Yeah, I mean it's not really like a pop culture impression, but you remember Powder Parade where you were a gangbanger with your shirt off and the fake? Did you put temporary tattoos on your arm or something like that?
Yeah, like arm and back and stuff. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, we got pretty wild back in the day.
Car chasing.
What do you viewers out there remember? I'm surprised, Phil hasn't said anything about Army of Two yet. That's like coming back.
I
was waiting to say something.
When that first happened, it was like a big deal. Everyone was trying to make him, and until that one particular company came along, there weren't any really good reproductions. Like guys were making their own, and now you can pick any color, any flavor from Evic.
Oh yeah.
$100. It's yours.
I really liked it when people made their own. So I thought they're a lot more personal and a lot more creative in that way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we'll get into that later. Yeah. I'll save that report that. Later. No, I agree.
Juicy tidbit.
Juicy tidbit. But you know, when people personalize it, I think that you know some of the game promoters out there that are doing more post-apocalyptic or more role-playing games, you know, it takes a while to get it established to where like that's the culture of the community that's attending the game. So you have you know your people who are like that cornerstone, and then it kind of spreads from there. But trying to get people on board in the beginning is really hard because I've noticed like, you know, taking a pair of scissors or a spray can to a piece of gear is like sacrilegious.
It's like it's forbidden.
I can't.
It is really hard to do that
keep
first
it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first is the hardest.
You know, I kind of imagine Curse's like, you know, Lord of the Flies. He's got like some new Russian gear he's got, and it's the bonfire outside, and he's dancing around in a loincloth with, you know, a spray can and a blowtorch, you know, customizing it.
It's like a speedo, not a loincloth. You're not very far.
It's like a celebration. This new $200 piece of, you know, legit Russian gear. It's like, let's mess it up. Let's customize it.
Yeah, some people like pain.
Let's check out the chat here. Leo says best kit was Ghost Kit via Call of Duty. It taught him how to do awesome moves like the video games and how well they work in Airsoft.
Like, you know, that there's a reset button and you respawn. You don't die.
Yep.
You know? Jacob
McCoy says he got two of his buddies that set up their own Army of Two Airsoft group. Yeah, Sphinx.
Well, how can you do that? There's only two.
Yeah, I think he's only need two people, so it's pretty
it's like it's a pretty exclusive group. There's only two.
So if you have two buddies, Jacob, does that mean you're not in the group because it's only an army of two? So
I mean, that would be a great Airsoft game. You have just a bunch of armies of two, all just going after each other.
Like free for all, yeah, just like a
yeah.
Oh gosh, what do they call those? The deathmatch games, like
team deathmatch.
No.
James.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, Battle Royale, or yeah.
I think you have an admirer in the chat. Bailey Medhurst says, "Love you, Curses."
Yeah, he does.
Ooh.
Bailey's had a crush
Yeah,
on
start him
Curses
young.
before they hit puberty.
Older.
Oh my god!
I actually have a couple of my like Instagram followers. They're big into the Air Army of Two. I'm pretty sure Old Fart's in here, but like he's got at least 5 or 6 guys that I've seen in his posts that all talk about. They all have like their own unique mask, and I think it's really cool because you know not a lot of people are doing that. I mean, you can get the mask on Evike, of course, but like these guys are legit using it for Airsoft because you have to get the eyes fixed because you can't use the mesh. You have to get some type of ballistic glass for it.
Yeah.
And they have all their unique masks and they got their own unique loadout and stuff. And I think that's really cool. I mean, I scroll through my feed and I see that, and I always gotta check out what's new with those guys because they're doing some pretty cool stuff.
You can't say it on TV, bro.
To put it in the comments so people like myself can follow them.
And we just had a hammer comment of the night go off from Leo.
I already know.
Says the worst kit is those Halo kits.
Weak sauce.
Come on, Leo, you can do better than that, bud.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do better.
So knock until you build it.
What made you guys go outside the typical military impressionist kit and start doing different genres like sci-fi, post-apoc, outside of the typical norm?
For me, it was I'm in the National Guard, so I have to wear that uniform all the time. So I get kind of tired of wearing it, so I don't want to wear it when I'm trying to have fun. So I started doing like just pretty much a t-shirt and camo pants, and then my chest rig and stuff. But about a year ago, Megan Spears, she's the owner of Pythias and Midwest Airsoft Youth League. She's like, we're getting ready to do our first Hero Camp. Let's do this. And so I thought to myself, let me make some armor and stuff so that, the kids, of course, they want to see the coolest thing they can. So I was like, I'll make this up so that when I go and play with them, if they want to get like cool photos and stuff for any of their social media stuff, they can show their friends, get their friends more involved. So that's when I made the armor, the helmet, and it's kind of been going through there. I got the
Jacob wants you to put the helmet on. You got to put the helmet on.
He's got to take off the headphones.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He can keep it on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try it with the headset on.
Mute him.
No,
it's not.
No.
So, man, now he's got to he can't hear us, but he's got to hold up the little microphone up underneath.
Have you started working on, taking some inexpensive electronic ear pro and wiring microphones on the outside so you can hear?
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I'm still trying to do to the helmet. This is pretty much like phase 1. I have the helmet, I have the visor made so that I can play in it, but I'm actually going to get internal fans made for it so that I can not overheat in it.
Yeah. I don't have any fans in my helmets yet, but Kaiju, you really want to hit him up. The 501st has got that down to an art.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Harry's
he showed me a couple of his.
Or X-Fog. I imagine X-Fog would work really well too.
Yep, I have a piece of Velcro on the back already for the X-Fog, and it works great. Those guys over at X-Fog are amazing people. They hooked me up with one, helped me get it, situated, and it works great.
You can't say it on TV, bro.
It's getting there. I got a couple more things to do, and then it'll be ready.
Oh, and as you heard in the background, Trey's voice, another hammer comment from Michael Bright. If you show up to an airsoft event dressed as a paintball player, does that count as cosplay, or does that just make you a speed softer?
I think it just makes you a speed softer, unless you actually have a paintball gun that's converted to an airsoft gun.
I don't know.
If you have that,
I don't know. That's that thin line.
Are looking pretty lean and savage nowadays.
Yeah.
Like they've got their own. They really have their own style. Like it started with the whole beanie dye mask, but they're getting really streamlined nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Now
they're just wearing a belt, and that's it.
And the elbow pads.
Yeah. Well, as far as carrying mags and stuff, they're not wearing anything on their chest. Nothing. They're just running and gunning.
Nah, they don't need them. They just throw them in their pocket, and when they're done with them, they throw them on the field and lose them, and they have to go buy more.
I wish.
So James, what are your thoughts? Why did you go outside the norm?
He was never the norm.
Yeah, I was never the norm. The closest I got to the norm was Russian kit, and that was more because I liked the patterns and I liked the just how the chest rigs felt and stuff like that. But I was always dressing in gas masks and blacks and all sorts of crazy stuff. I really started getting into the more intricate costuming, with the post-apocalyptic, was probably my biggest thing to date. But that was also easiest to transition into, because if you mess up while you're doing it, it looks even better. You can't really go wrong while trying to figure it out.
Does. Kaiju here, when he did his snow trooper, he got really into making the duster look worn and dirty, and he's doing all the scuff marks and metal wears on the plastic steel and all that. And you can pick him out at events because everyone else is pristine white, and then you got this kid that looks like he went playing out in the mud puddle back in the backyard.
Mike Machado will actually tell you we have not only the most snow troopers in the Legion, in our garrison, but we pride ourselves on being the dirtiest. The dirtiest. The dirtiest. The dirtiest. Hey, don't hate the duster. Hey, Jacob Fletcher just joined us. Daniel Allen joined us. Hey, Mrs. Kaiju is in the house. Hi, Mrs. Kaiju.
So, James, what are, when you started doing, more of your own post-apocalyptic, what did you find yourself doing more of? More leather work, more metal work, more sewing?
Actually, I did learn how to sew, and both on machine and by hand. But the thing about when you're building stuff like that, from scratch, you have to just learn a whole bunch of different techniques, to get what you want. And it's still an ongoing thing. I still go to do research on how to distress stuff, or like I spent 3 days trying to figure out how to paint rust, and then you can actually just make something rusty by itself. But it's a lot of time and effort. I mean, my post-apocalyptic kit is going on 2 years now, and I'm still not done with it. I'm still working on it every day. But
what's your guys' go-to like weathering technique? Like if each of you had your own, like that's your main weathering technique, what is it?
Yeah, a can of the Krylon textured spray paint, and a can of like black and brown spray paint, and that's it. Just
what about you, Trey?
Mine's actually a little. I'm not gonna say unorthodox, but I mean, mine's a little more fun. I don't know how much fun his is, but mine's more fun. You just go and play in it. I mean, like all these scuff marks, it's from playing. Because like when you're wearing, not saying you're gonna bump into stuff, but when you're playing, you are moving so quickly and stuff. There's some things you don't really pay attention. Like, game I went to, I was running through a lot of trees and stuff, and I get done with the game for the day, or I get done for the break. I take my helmet off and look at it, and I have all these scratch marks all over the helmet, and I'm like, well, there goes the nice clean paint job that I just got done. And I mean, it looks a lot better with weathering. That's all I'm gonna say. So whenever I get a chance to play with it, I try and find trees now, so I can just run through it, and it'll do it its own.
Yeah, that's definitely the better answer. Can I take it back and take his answer, because yeah, definitely actually weathering it for real. I like to call it authentic battle damage.
Yeah,
it's like the best way. I have like BB,
like Kung Fu
marks.
Authentic battle damage.
Authentic battle damage. Yeah. Yeah, like just wear it and keep wearing it, and when it gets ripped up and stuff, maybe fix it, but don't fix it too much.
Yeah, you don't want to fix it because it looks a lot better when you've had those scuff marks and the scrapes and stuff go across it. Like my chest plate, it has a couple of different scuff marks, but there's actually one where I was at a game in an abandoned high school, Red Rising, hosted by Carl Lindell, Battleborn. He hosted a game in an abandoned high school, and the Russian team was actually raining grenades down on us, and I actually one exploded on the chest plate. Like of course I called my hit, but I took it and had no idea what happened until someone told me that a grenade literally went off at my chest level, and I didn't feel it.
Huzzah. Mike, I think Mike Kramer, another Hammer comment, just over here waiting for the white rhinestone glove to come out, because it's a Thriller.
It's not that red.
Thrill. No, it's not.
Lights.
I know, it's the lights.
It's the lights.
Zeb actually asked, of all the builds you guys have ever done, which was the most difficult to do?
For me, it's right now I'm working on a cyberpunk loadout, and it's the most hard because things have to have cleaner lines, and they can't be just stapled together. Like you actually have to make it look like it's circuitry and.
What's your inspiration for that right now?
The new 2077?
No, actually, for a long time, I've been into Ghost in the Shell, like the 1995 version, not the thing they came out with a couple of years ago. But
yes,
I love that.
The real Ghost in the Shell. Real Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, real Ghost in the Shell. Even the TV series was a lot better.
I bet you'd like that Schrodner AEG, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I actually just got my my new gun for that loadout, but I decided to kind of start moving on it because. I got a new car, and I kind of wanted to do something to the car, but I didn't want to post-apocalyptic it. So I decided I want to go into cyberpunk version of the car, and so I've started working on that, and with it, I kind of went into how I'm going to dress while driving the car. Yeah, so even outside of Airsoft, I still am that nerdy. But that's kind of how I started going at it, but it's been really difficult trying to do clean lines and stuff. I had to kind of reteach myself, be more careful.
What about you, Trey? What's the most difficult kit you've
so this one I did not. This one I had commissioned. I had a props builder make it because he actually used a cast, and I just made the visor.
The viewers cannot see that because
sorry.
Put it in front of your chest if you want to.
Yeah. So this actually had a props maker.
In front of your chest, like in front of you.
In front of your chest. There you go.
There you go.
Just cover your face. We don't want to see your face. We want to see the whole prop.
All right. So I had a props builder make this for me, and I made the visor and everything else that went for it. So this was the easiest for me because I didn't really have to do anything. The hardest part for me was actually the armor, because I had to get it and I had to pretty much build it around a PC, because a lot of PCs they fill up a lot of your chest area and stuff. And with that chest plate, I had to find a plate carrier that was not gonna go too high where it would choke me. And then the shoulder armor that's actually on there, I had to order parts from Evike, like the shoulder pads from Evike, and fabric plastic glue this sucker into the armor just to get it to stick. And I still have stuff I have to add to it. I'm trying to finish up I like the hard armor feel instead of like the EVA foam, because it feels and looks a lot cooler to me. So I still have some stuff I have to add to it, and then it'll be...
Yeah, I would have to say that weathering hard parts is a lot easier than weathering soft parts.
Oh, yeah.
See, it seems like you have to do it like 4 or 5 times more applications on soft parts than you would on hard parts. Deadpool.
Have you guys ever heard of like Polydo or Instamorph?
Yeah, I use Instamorph a lot, actually.
Okay.
I have not.
It's a low temperature moldable plastic. You can do it with a heat gun or with like hot water at like 150 to 200 degrees. And it holds its shape really well. It's really good for basically like substrates. You don't want it on the top because if you leave it in the sun, it's but like it really works really well.
It probably wouldn't go in the sun, but
it's something that like if you don't want to get into molding or maybe even doing like Centra or anything like that, it's really easy to start learning how to create those angles and curves on armor and plates and stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually used it to mold pieces of a skull to put on a rocket launcher.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
It's actually pretty interesting stuff.
Nice. Deadpool asks, have you had any builds that have failed?
Yes. So many.
Yeah. Couple.
That's how we all learn how to do this. You gotta fail again and again.
You start training. Let me grab something real quick.
Okay.
Hey, Carl, Trey, who's your favorite twin? Carl or Leo?
I played the fifth on that one. I'm gonna play the fifth on that because one is my sponsor, and one's a good person that I like to play with. So I'm not gonna answer. They're both my favorite.
One of them the brother of your sponsor? I mean, so they're kind of related.
Yeah, well, they are related, but to me, they are both at the same likeliness for me. I like them both the same.
So,
same,
so
but
any memorable
same,
fails
but different
on your build since James has hopped back in now?
I was trying to build I was actually gonna build like a full Halo suit like you see on a bunch of other people do, and I started making like the forearms and the gloves and stuff, and that was when I was really just not that good at all, which I'm still kind of not that good, and it just looked like just complete garbage because I was using like the football sleeves that you can just slide up like that, and I was trying to put the armor over it, and I melted the sleeves to the armor, and it just looked it looked like a 5-year-old's costume for like a Power Ranger.
Nice.
You can't say it on TV, bro.
Have you guys, when Bob was talking about like working with weathering and aging stuff, have you guys, either of you tried like electro etching or electrolytic etching?
No, but I actually do want to do something like that.
It's
I've
so
actually seen one of my other Instagram followers. I've seen something he did with his Halo armor, and it looks. I talked to him. He said he used that, and it looks pretty sweet.
You can't say it on TV, bro.
Like aluminum, stainless steel is really good, but you can start with a 9-volt battery and salt water, and then you just use like things, ranging in different materials like cotton swabs or cotton balls or different types of mediums to to basically run the current through the salt water. And it is so weird because you can use you can draw your design with like a permanent marker, or you can like use a pattern and spray paint it on. So that spray paint is the spray paint and the permanent marker are the areas that you are not going to affect. It's always just the bare metal.
Right.
And it's so trippy because it just literally starts eating and pitting away the metal. And
That's
you
crazy.
can get, you know, it'll take a little bit of time, but you can get a few thousandths of an inch deep and really make some awesome, you know, effects.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
But I got like one of those little DC power converters that you can control the voltage and the amperage. You get it for like $40 on Amazon, but that helps a lot. But you can start with batteries. But
All I do is I just take regular black hobby paint, like a Hobby Lobby, just all-purpose.
I'll put it like a model or something.
I'll put it in a plate, add water, dab water, and I just take like those shop rags or a paper towel because they have texture, and I'll just dab it in there, and I just start dabbing the places I want to weather. But the cool thing about that, before it dries, if I mess up, I can just wipe it off, and if I want it thicker, I just keep dabbing. It just takes a long time. It's dab, 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 dab. Hey Trey, we got a hammer comment in here from Elise Hawkinson. Says, Trey, what you mean by you glued in that visor? Pretty sure I'm the one that did that.
She didn't do nothing with this.
Oh.
She's talking. She helped me with this. The shoulder armor. She didn't even. No.
Oh, okay.
And to clarify,
I inserted the visor because that's what I thought she was talking about. But yeah.
To clarify, she helped me with that. I was the one that got pissed because she wasn't actually doing anything and finished it on my own. So
she inspired you.
Yeah, she's the one that helped me with like figuring out what type of super glue to use, but she helped me for about a 5-minute period and then pretty much stopped being useful and just kind of being in the way. So I got her out of there and I did the rest on my own.
And speaking of which, there's another hammer. So if there are any sponsors out there watching, apparently Helljumper needs a new sponsor. According to Carl from Battleborn.
Carl said that. I was gonna say which one. I was gonna say Megan or Carl said that.
We got Veritas joining us from the Great White North. We got Prime in the house. Jacob, yes, I do need an Eagles flag hanging back up here too. I mean,
Oh, you said you need a what?
Oh, look at it! He's got the Eagles mug.
This is like a couple's apartment.
Yeah, buddy.
You're not putting your ratty football gear up here. No.
Hey, this ain't ratty. This is less than a year old.
It stays in your office, all right? This is the studio.
This is my office.
Bailey Medhurst had commented, there's two things about post-apoc kits that I've learned, and it's the kit is never finished because you can always add to it. And the bigger the community you have, the more you learn from others to build onto the costume, and the better it becomes.
Aww, so cute.
Oh, he's all so cute.
Perfect example of that is CJ Hayes. You guys had him on your guys' show, and he's actually the one that helped me with my armor.
So, because he was working on
out. So you gotta like
Umbaku.
Oh yeah,
Umbaku.
He was working on Umbaku.
Well, he also has Umbaku, and then he did Reaper from.
And since we had him on the show, he created the Black Panther mask. He welded one.
Ooh.
Yeah, he a friend of his, he paid, so CJ paid for the materials, and it was kind of like learn as you go. His friend taught him how to weld, and he welded a Black Panther mask, like out of metal. So we can do that fighting stuff in it.
Oh, that's right. He does that.
Yes.
Barbaric fighting.
I know.
Gladiator combat.
Michael T.
Do
Miller.
you want me to
50
tell my tale here?
Tell your tale. Tell us your stories.
All right. Just so we don't get too far off.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Sure.
Michael T. Miller Sr. says, 58 years young. I live for the next Airsoft game with my son. I definitely want to build a military transport vehicle for the games. definitely on my bucket list for next summer. Would building in-game vehicles, will that also be considered adding to your kit?
Yeah, I would say yes.
I mean,
I'll build a warthog.
I think,
of course you will.
Yeah. There was that company a couple years ago that did one. I think that not enough people do it. I mean, vehicles are a very daunting task, and they're not always allowed, or your build is not allowed. Can't have gun ports, can't have turret this, blah 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 blah. And I wish more people would be more creative and kind of like more lateral thinking in their designs, because I think so many people get like bogged down in a military vehicle, or like a modern military vehicle, when they could just make some really cool stuff that you've seen in like Mad Max, or what was that one show on Sci-Fi? It was Defiance.
Dude,
really cool vehicles.
I saw one at Burgett that was really cool. That was made out of a Volkswagen van. That thing was awesome.
I saw a really cool Nissan Pathfinder that was all armored up, like really well. Gas tanks, water cans. It had a remote controlled turret on the top with a minigun. Like, it was awesome.
So James, what were you going to say earlier?
Oh, no, really quick. I think one thing you'll find too is that when you start going into like vehicles and stuff, and Kaiju, you probably know this too, is like, if your costume starts really getting good, you can take it outside of Airsoft. Like, there are other applications. Like, don't hold yourself back. You know?
Yeah. There's the Burning Man. There's.
Yeah, I actually just came from Burning Man. But,
what's the other one that they do?
Wasteland Weekends coming up. I'm going to that too.
That's it. Yeah, Wasteland Weekends. Yep. I was looking at the tickets. They're already sold out. Like that sells out in like a few days, doesn't it? Or a few hours?
Not a few days. It's Wasteland Weekend's the tickets have been open for like probably since like a month ago. They started actually selling out, and there's a lot of people still selling them personally. But the last month people just buy them all up.
Dang, at least says Trey's been sleeping on the couch.
Because she's sick.
I left out the part that she's sick.
Oh, I was like, yeah, she's sick.
She's sick.
She actually was sick one night, and I came down, like, we both slept in our recliners in our living room because she didn't want to sleep in the bed, so we both slept in that, and that was horrible. My back hurt after that.
Coughing all night.
Yeah.
So we're still going on the story with. Was that the story, James, with the vehicle?
Oh no! So my story is about my failures for costuming. Mm-hmm. So I have this to do.
Here we go.
I worked on recently. It's a cyborg arm, and at first glance it looks pretty good, but when you actually look into the details, it really falls apart. It started out as an opera glove that I bought, and I put on craft foam to make the armor panels. And then I decided that I really wanted the craft foam not to get ripped up, so I decided to go with Flex Seal because I'd never used it before, and a lot of times I'll just try new products just to see how they are.
And the Flex Seal is like that stuff you get at Walmart.
Yeah, you can find it at Walmart, and it's like they got paint on and stuff like that. And I just wanted the Flex Seal rubberized texture, but the thing about Flex Seal is it's advertised that it repels everything, including paint. And
so you have to pick the Flex Seal color you need to use.
Yeah, and it only comes in white and black.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, and now TV, the glue's coming apart, and there's a lot of different things I need to fix on it. But I mean, so every time I fail on something, if I as long as I learn something from it, it's not really a failure.
I think the biggest thing.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid to try and fail. Exactly. I mean, I think so many people get discouraged because they'll see people who brave ridicule by posting their work, and then a lot of people think it's awesome. People want to do it, and I think that people should share their failures more. Maybe, I don't know. You know how social media is and how.
I agree.
But I think that would encourage more of the younger people to try and be persistent, because I I've seen a lot of really cool things where kids start with an idea and they get mocked. It's like, no, that's actually really good. You should keep going. And, you know, people just get lost along their way. I've been working on my Star-Lord boot covers for about 3 months now, you know, trying to get the rest of my stuff finished for Halloween. And I'm probably on my 6th pattern revision, and that's just the paper pattern. And then I move from paper to craft foam. I buy the big, you know, mats in different thicknesses, you know, to test out all that stuff. And it's hard. I mean, because once you get done with, you know, the fit, and then you start working on details, and then you learn something new, and you figure something out, and you go back, and then, you know, a lot of times you just want to kind of go back to the beginning. And you start cutting a whole new pattern and incorporating everything you learned. It's quite fun, but I just wish more people would do it.
Yeah, and well, it takes, you know, some people find it fun and some people don't. But like, I mean, if you have a good an idea and it doesn't work the first time, try again, because your idea might still be great. You just, you know, you're still trying to figure out the medium in which to do it.
Yeah. And I think, you know, you touched on it a little bit, Josh. You know, it's, you go out to these fields and these kids, these younger players are trying, and they're trying to be creative, and, you know, and then some, you know, milsim elitist comes and crushes their world by like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You know, you shouldn't be doing this. And it's like, man, these kids are already bullied.
Back?
I know, it's these kids are already getting
bullied
at school.
Our safe haven.
Yeah, they can come to the field, they can express themselves. If they want to wear yellow or blue or red, I mean, it doesn't have to be camo or anything. It's just get them out to play.
It doesn't have to be practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. It's a game. We're having fun, you know.
Exactly.
Yourself. Obviously, if you're attending someone else's format that has rules and guidelines, obviously you need to follow that. But if it's open play,
it should still be practical.
Yeah.
Open play, or like your indoor local field or something, you know, that's when you should be allowed to express yourself. And yeah, elitists, too many times, you know, elitists bag on that.
Well,
milsimmers, elitists, YouTubers. Well, that elitist, for the longest time, they would, you know, I would hear constantly, "Oh my God, if I see one more division loadout or one more Tom Clancy loadout, I'm going to shoot myself." It's like, who are you to judge? Like, and now they're having a problem encouraging people to express their individuality and their creativity in their own games. It's like, well, what do you expect? You created this culture of, you know, like, dude, if you're not doing milsim, you're dumb. Like,
well, isn't that elitist milsim player? Isn't he just playing dress up and pretending himself?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, he's doing that. Next time someone makes that comment, all you gotta just go up to him like, "All right, let's see the push-ups. You want to dress like a Navy SEAL? Let's see the push-ups. Come on, let's see him. Break him out. 71 minimum.
Come
Let's
on,
go."
you're such a purist, but yeah, I'd seen some, you know, kids. Division came out, like, I loved it every time I saw them. Like, sweet,
oh, great
good on
game.
You. Like, start, you know, doing your variants of it. You know, is this like, are you going after, you know, the poster rendition of this character, or like, do you have a character that you customize in game that you're trying to look like?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking on the internet the other day, and I found a kid that did a really great Echo from Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Echo. It was spot on, and I would love to see more. And it's coming around. There's more and more event producers making open world games, and it's catching on. It's catching on. It's not the typical, you know, red versus blue, force on force. You notice what I did there, Trey? Red versus blue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of my favorite shows.
Yeah. So I think open forces would be great, but
well, I mean, like, you know, Punk, he's just absolutely infatuated with Titanfall, and I am too, and I'm really pissed that I somehow missed that there was a Vanguard edition. I don't know how I missed that.
Did you get a helmet yet, Josh?
No, I'm deciding whether I want to make one or get the X-Cozer.
Well, Master Le Mans, He actually makes them out of the bump helmet. Like, they have the Republic Commando, the Mandalorian one. Yeah.
You want to get
no, he makes great stuff. Titanfall.
Leo has one. Leo's got a Titanfall helmet. It's pretty sick.
I've got
because he probably spent his brother's money to
I've
ship
got all my notifications on eBay, so I've been scanning for when one will pop up at a reasonable price. But I was looking at the kit. And the jump packs they use. That's like a perfect place to hide, HPA tank. It's
that'd be pretty cool.
Doesn't have to be just for looks. Like you can make it functional and hide something. And like that's a perfect place to run. Especially if you want to run like a smart pistol. Running like a modified high caliber or Glock that's full auto, and you run an HPA tapped. Like that's perfect for it.
I think your costume should have somewhat functionality to it, because no one wants to be going, on the field and having their costume fall apart as they try and play.
Right.
It's good to have that.
I've had that
everything is sturdy. Yeah, I've had it happen too. So it's always good to kind of keep that in mind when you're building stuff too. Is that make sure that you test it out, like get in it, roll around on the floor, move in weird ways, because you never know when like your seam's gonna rip or whatever, and you gotta give it a little more.
Yeah. Like I said, change your medium. Maybe go from foam to leather, or go the route of Trey and full up. Yeah. Get some molded armor.
Jacob says
or
try molding with Warbler.
Warbler?
Yeah.
Warbler. WORBLA.
Is that
Warbler's expensive though? Like for what I haven't really tested it in Airsoft, but for those that don't know, it's like a sheet of like kind of plastic material you can heat up and you can mold it to different shapes.
But doesn't it have like a mesh or hexagonal pattern to it?
I don't remember, but
I think I know. Yeah.
I'd say if you're going that route, test it out and then post the results, because I would like to know. But how does it hold up against BBs? How well does it do? And how well can you move in it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Probably have to start thinking about some resin or with reinforcement.
Hey,
it works great.
Mike Doherty says, to the point of elitism, at Curses, you made a comment many years ago that he loved, which was, quote, "Let's not take this too seriously. At the end of the day, we're all a bunch of full-grown guys running around with toy guns." End quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known Mike since 3rd grade, and we go way back, but you get all these guys who are just so hopped up on, oh man, I'm shooting people and I'm dressed up as a soldier, and like you gotta really just take a step back and like laugh at yourself, because come on, like we're really kind of childish to in this whole endeavor. So why not do childish things and go with your imagination and build whatever you want to look like.
Yeah, I was at a CQB game in Nebraska a couple years ago, and I have a Green Arrow jacket. Like, it's actually a legit leather jacket from Green Arrow, and I was running around with one of those Nerf bows while everyone else is all mil-simmed up. They got the fanciest camo and all that stuff, and I'm running around in green pants and my Green Arrow jacket with a Nerf bow, like the big red one.
Seriously thinking about buying one of those air bows.
It's pretty accurate.
Oh.
I mean, in CQB, I don't know about field. I mean, that's a pretty long shot for the field. I was hitting dudes probably about maybe 15, 25 feet, CQB wise.
Well, no,
and I think
he's talking about his actual airsoft bow.
Like, yeah, it's a compound bow.
Yeah.
And it's shooting like 380 feet per second with 0.2 gram BBs. And it actually comes with a 68 caliber barrel for paintballs, but a company makes a conversion kit that you can put a 6mm barrel on it for airsoft, and it's
then there's those. My son just got them recently. It's like this bow that uses like 2 rubber surgical tubing loops, and then the arrows and hooks on them. Those go far. And they have like whistlers built into them. Like you should revisit that tray and go grab one of those from Target.
I have one. I'm not gonna get up right now, but I have one like about it's downstairs right now. But I have one.
My son does it. It's I'm trying to teach him how to be responsible with it because he keeps trying to nail his brother
with that airsoft bow you're talking about. Because my sister, she's into archery and stuff, and she hunts with bows and stuff. she thought about doing it, but she said the biggest problem with the Airsoft Bow is when you're using something like that, because I don't know how the trigger mechanism is, if it's actually like drawing the string, when you dry fire something like that, especially at an actual compound bow, you're gonna shatter the cams.
Yeah, they use an air dampening piston.
Yep.
Okay.
To get around that. So it's a very, what's it, like $400, $400 or $500? It's a really expensive system.
Yeah, it's
but yeah,
a little over $400.
The air to propel the round is generated by a piston. The piston's locked into a cam that's attached to the bowstring, so it has an air brake, so you don't get that, you know. But yeah, that's exactly the problem I ran into years ago. Seth and I were playing around with it.
So she needs to get one, is what you're saying.
Oh yes,
yes.
I'll send you the links for the
Green
bow.
Green Arrow cosplay coming out.
Absolutely freaking lootly.
Your next build.
That's my next build, the Green Arrow.
I mean, we're like 15 minutes over, but I mean, great show tonight, guys. Thanks for coming on. Lots of good
no problem.
Lots of good stories.
Thank you. I'm thinking part 2.
Part 2. I mean, yeah. I mean,
well, this is actually part 2. We could have a part 3.
Part 3 because we just.
Well, no, this is part 3 because we had Nathan Lord.
Okay, yeah.
And we had CJ Hayes.
Yep.
And now we've had Trey and James. So this is actually part 3.
Continue on. I mean, Halloween's coming up.
Halloween is coming up.
Now it's perfect.
But yeah, and our hammer
can't say it on TV, bro.
Night goes to Jacob
Better not
McCoy.
you.
Jacob McCoy.
It's okay, Trey. I'll come sleep on the couch with you. Kissy, kissy, kissy faces.
So, Jacob McCoy, you have won the Hammer Comment of the Night. Congratulations. All you got to do is head on over to ValkenAlliance.com. If you're not already a member, sign up. Put all your information in there, and I will be able to ship out. I'll reach out to you and see which shirt you want, either the Join or the As Seen on the Valken Debrief Gray, and your size, and we'll get one sent out to you.
They're comfy.
Yes. Nice. Well, it's not as comfy as my baby gears, but.
So, everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Next week I will be on the road on the East Coast. Yes, look at that. Look at that mask. That is awesome. So, but thanks, guys, James and Trey, for joining us. You guys were great. Whoa, look at that.
No problem.
Creepy.
Dude, that's
Splinter Cell from hell.
I know, that was so much like Splinter Cell. So,
Sam Fisher?
Check us out next week. Same time, same bat channel. Good night, everyone.
Stop filming. Stop filming. Stop filming. Stop filming.